Hey everybody, it's me Cole, bringing you another Dawn of War 2 Retribution cast, another fun 3v3. This is my kind of thing. I just enjoy the large multiplayer battles of epicness. That's right, I employed a pronoun, I believe. Something like that. I'm actually horrible in English. Quite horrible. I can speak the language, I just can't understand it. It's horribly complex and utterly illogical. Anyway, today we have on the blue side Lulu, Erlich, and I'm trying to think, that's probably Elite, NEEP, Neep, LOL. Okay. Warlock, the War Boss, and the Warp Spider Exarch. We have Silence for the red side, Bam as the Apothecary, and Joe as the War Boss as well. These guys are all actually fairly high level. They all have their army levels to at least level 53, I believe. So that either means they've spent a lot of time in the game and never learned anything, or they actually know what they're doing by this point. I prefer to think of the latter. We have the Warlock moving in here using his sprint ability, moving away. First little engagement. That Warlock's going to have to be careful again. Probably going to be healed. Oh no, the Apothecary is on the other team. I do apologize. And here we go. Going to get a melee hit in. Oh, try and knock it down. No, there we go. Massive attack with double sluggers. We do see Lulu doing triple Guardian Squad, which is something I have actually been doing myself. It's actually quite an enjoyable tactic. It really means you can dominate the early 10 minutes of a game if used correctly. It's only really countered by double or triple melee squads. But if you have a Warlock with you or a Farseer, you can just put down so much firepower that it's hard to get to them. Anyway, getting back to the game, we have seen a little engagement. Yeah, this is a little bit of a confusing engagement. A lot of running, gunning. That War Boss definitely have to get out of there. The Slugger Boys tearing him apart. And up here, we have the Banshees moving into all these units, and they're just kind of jigging back and forth, not doing any damage. That's actually a real shame. That's got to annoy Silence a little bit. I believe those are his units. Yes, they are. Here we go, triple Guardian, and as we can see now, if you move them correctly, look how fast these Banshees are going to start going down very quickly. And if he continues firing at them, oh boy, there we go. Now that they're in melee combat, they're absolutely useless, but you can see where the viability comes in. Later on, when they get the grenade upgrade, it becomes even more potent. Just my personal experience. Obviously, some of the top-rated players probably would go, "Oh my god, you noob!" And yes, I am. I will fully admit it, quite happily. Warlock Eldar doing some range damage with his little lightning bolt out of his hand, always good fun. We do see a suppression squad coming out for Noop LOL, and ooh, we see a nice little gem bashing going on here. They won't be able to move too much further with the Warlock, and that suppression squad, seeing there's nothing that can really counter it at the moment. Oh, my computer seems to be slowing down a little bit. I do apologize. We have the War Boss going against these scouts. These scouts actually being a little bit useless, to be honest. They should be controlled better, and he's going to have to get them out of there really, really quickly. And yes, he does call the retreat, probably seeing, oh, something's getting hit. Double sluggers. If they would have gone in there, they would have absolutely ripped these guys apart. That really shows you how much you need to pay attention to all your units of the field all the time. Left hand side, we do see the Warlock capping this point. He has been upgraded with a Merciless Witchblade. And on the right hand side, we do see 2 control points to 1 in favor of the red, unless my UI bug is popping in. No, it is true, it's just the opposite reverse. The Warlock just captured the background point. Here we go, we have triple Guardians moving in, and the Stricken Cannon up as well. Looks like a bad rally point, to be honest, if a rally point at all. And my computer is really slowing down. I do apologize, I'm not too sure what's going on there. Hold on just 1 second. And I'm back. Hopefully that would have fixed it. If not, I'm not too sure. Maybe my computer's just dying. Giving you guys all these wonderful casts. I think it's the latter, actually. Oh well, nothing perfect. Gem bash going on down here. These last generators should go down very quickly. He's probably not going to opt to get rid of it simply because he can reclaim it as his own, and he's such a massive force here that he can't really do anything about it. Calling a quick retreat to get rid of these Slugger Boys with the War Boss stomping in there and getting a couple hits, but to be honest, triple sluggers. Oh no, we have actually, sorry, a Storm Boy squad, and these sluggers probably should engage, I guess, or they could just chill. They're going for the option. There we go, massive AoE stomp being used. Yes, that War Boss versus the Scouts. We know who's going to win that one. On top here, we have a minor battle. It looks like these guys are repairing this faster than they can damage it, not wanting to move in. That's an interesting tactic, seeing he's just going to take damage. Oh well. And yeah, those sluggers are having a real hard time going against that with the backup of those shooter boys in the background. And I was surprised that all those sluggers weren't able to do that war boss. Oh, they did have extra slugger support as well. And the war boss looks like has been upgraded with cyborg implants, increasing his health and angry bits as well. On the bottom here, we do see a little movement engagement. Ooh, ASM jumping on top of the suppression team. Secondary suppression team in place to deal with it, having to get out of there pretty quickly. And yeah, they're going to take some damage, but need to get out of there pretty quickly. Not gonna, oh, doing a second jump, setting up those times. They're most likely going to get out of there. Yes, they do. Nice little bit. Is he going to try and do a nice little melee attack with the Guardians as they run by? Yes, he is. Does he get any units down? No, he does not, unfortunately. Just going to get some more suppressive fire in there. On the left hand side, looks like these guys did do some enough gem bashing and by capturing that power node. This war boss gonna have to get out of there. Trying to get a unit kill. He knows he's gonna have to get out of there pretty soon and may just not realize it. He does have Eldar support. If they got in there right now, may be able to change a few things. He has just leveled up, so it's a level 2 versus a level 1. But to be honest, no, he has just been suppressed and have to get out of there right now. Warboss is gonna try and charge him down, but he is suppressed, moving slower. Moving forward, the attacks having to retreat, and on the looks like there's actually a lull in the action. My goodness me, that never happens in 3v3s. We do have to say that the red team is looking a little bit skimpy on units right now. The blue team has just been doing a good job of keeping their numbers down, which is also very important. It is a triple cap in favor of the blue at the moment, and it looks like that war boss is just going to try and get up here and possibly back up to help these guys. But to be honest, with Banshee squad, Guardian squad, and a Warlock, there's just nothing he can do. And this Warp Spider does go down. Didn't retreat early enough. Should have teleported, then retreated out of there. We do see the red team now moving tech level 2, which maybe we'll be saving up for, but it's going to be difficult to come back from a 3 cap. They did decap this right hand point for the red team. So we're going to have to see how that works out. We do have a suppression squad going on. These Banshees are going to have to be forced to pull back. Guardians moving up. And yes, that's it. They're going to have to get out of there. Down here we have a nice little engagement with ASMs moving against these Guardians. They have to get out of there. 2 Guardian squads firing on these ASMs, being healed by the Apothecary, then forcing to get out of there. The burner squad's moving in there. They're also going to have to get out of there immediately, or he's going to lose the entire squad. And the squad does go down. That's a massive hit. And those Storm Boys are also going to go down. I may be called wrong here. He gets away with 35 health. Oh wow, that's one lucky Storm Boy. Oh wow. But to be honest, Ellic has just been absolutely annihilated on the blue team. So it's almost evening up in sheer number units, but to be honest, blue team may need to get some tech out pretty soon. The only person who's moving up is the Lululu, who moving tech level 2, but we already have all 3 players on the red side moving to tech level 3. They've just been able to keep one of their generator farms up a little bit longer. These Guardian squads are not behind cover, therefore not receiving the bonus. And 1 grenade on all this, and he's going to have to get out of there. He knows it. Yep, lobbing grenades at each other. Good reaction time there, but to be honest, 3 squads versus 1 squad, that's just not going to work out in the favor, no matter which way you look at it. Suppression squad coming down, and the Warlock being forced away. But to be honest, that much firepower on a Warlock is going to wear him down pretty quickly, and that Special squad can't just run around with the Warp Spider coming on the left-hand side. Oh, wow, that was a fast-talking environment. Oh, and that's a nice little grenade calling in Antark at the right time, forcing the retreat of all those Guardians. And the bottom here, we now have the ASMs. Oh, that's just silly. You shouldn't do that. That was a bad use of units. Very bad. It looks like he actually went double ASMs. Yes, he has double ASMs. 1 guy is going to get away with so few hit points with the Apothecary. Apothecary with dual ASMs in the right hands can be absolutely devastating. I was completely and utterly just taken apart by a good Space Marine player who was using ASMs perfectly, and I have to congratulate him because he was amazing, absolutely utterly amazing. Storm Boy's moving in, and here we go. Weird Boy coming in, and Storm Boy is being forced to retreat. Shooters coming from the left hand side, gonna give some fire support, but to be honest, that suppression squad is shooting through a cliff. Relic, please fix this. That's just silly. I'm just saying. Here we go. Moving in, all those shooters going in, and there we go. He actually looks like he has 3 suppression squads. He knows he's dealing with ASMs, so he's using the one thing that you can do. Well, you can actually do 2 things. You can go mass sniper and have a small frontal army, or you can go mass suppression. Both are effective, but suppression probably a little bit easier, I would imagine. Sniper just can work out very, very, very well against almost anything. At this point, it's actually more even than you probably think. It's 305 versus 375 in favor of the red. Blue is moving forward. We do have a first vehicle on the field from the blue player, Bam, and now he's going to be able to move in there with pretty much no problems whatsoever. There's no AV out at all yet. The only one who has AV might be able to get the Storm Boys once they hit the tech level 2 and be upgraded. And is he upgrading them immediately? Not by the looks of it. It looks like he's actually a little bit low on resources. ASMs and attacks coming in with the backup of the Apothecary. Now Warboss is just tanking damage, being upgraded with a Power Claw to get some anti-vehicle damage. But he will be forced to retreat as there's just too much damage coming down. And the suppression team is still in place. And the most obscure thing, this suppression team will probably set up behind this suppression team. Yes, it will, anticipating that jump, and there we go. But this should allow them to tactical marine squad to get in there. And there we go. The retreat has been called. Storm Boys are also moving in, and now we do see the second ASM squads. He will have to retreat those ASMs all the way back to base, which is going to cost them some time, but the point has been captured for the red. It's a nice little unit there. Warlock does go down the bottom hand, probably to the Weird Boy and the two shooter slugs. We do have some Wraith Guard. Not the best combo against so many ASMs, but oh my goodness me, they are devastating in the right place. And with double or triple backup from suppression squads, they can be oh so deadly. And there's not much you can do with them. And look how fast they can take out that Apothecary. He's probably going to jump on top of them, realizing though that he's going to be suppressed if he gets in there, knowing it. He's wandering in there, going to be suppressed. Warboss even moving in there, trying to take out of it. Not going to be able to do anything. Jump on top of them. Second suppression team in place, and he's going to have to get out of there. That is just a bad use of ASMs. He should have known that they weren't going to be that useful. And he may even lose the entire squad because there's just so much melee in his way. And one unit looks like it's going to get away. Three units get away with 300 HP. Oh wow, that's actually very difficult. This unit needs to be repaired. We do see a Antar coming up here, being upgraded with the shield ability, takes more damage. The Warboss moving in against that tank. He will be able to get one hit in there if he charges. Yes, he will. And he's gonna try and get a rear armor hit. Yes, he will get one. And it's out of control. And nice little use of mechanics there, I have to say. And that's really gonna hit the red team hard. Up here we do have Wraith Lord moving in. This Antark is just going to go over here and cap this point. I'd imagine there's nothing she could do. Oh no, she can go against the... Sorry, this is on the blue team. This is on the red team. This is on the blue team. I do apologize. Mainly the action is coming down here. I'd also like to see some kind of energy harassment. This place has been totally left alone. It's just nothing there. We need to see, these tactical marines just get in there. Just get in there. And here we go. Suppressed again immediately. Not be able to move. Actually, these Wraith Guards could turn around right now and shoot them. Yes, and they do exactly that. And this is going to be hurt a lot. Ouch. Yeah, that's just going to hurt. Weird Boy using his ability to push it back, but there's nothing. They need some longer range artillery. Moving to the secondary suppression squad, but to be honest, there's just too much stuff there. You can't always send your stuff in. Remember, ASMs are great, but not when they're in... Oh boy, they're going to lose that squad. And being meleeed down one unit left with 58 HP. Moving in against those Wraith Lords, he may actually be very lucky and get away with it. That is incredibly lucky. In the top left here, oh, we do see Wraith Lord versus Wraith Lord of Antark. These grenades are going to be playing the main figure. He needs to get that Antark out of there. He does immediately. He needs to throw a grenade. Oh, he does. Let's see, they both have been, he's been upgraded with a Shuriken Cannon, he's been upgraded with a Shuriken Cannon as well. So at the moment, I have to favor the blue team on this fight up here. We do have some Warp Stars in the background, being able to throw a grenade and disable that Wraith Lord if needed. Warlock being well upgraded for that Guardian Squad as well. In the bottom here, we do see these Storm Boys moving in and just tearing apart. But they're being forced back by this mighty Warlord from the red team, Warboss, sorry. And the Antark moving in here with the shield ability, moving in here, quickly gonna take it out. I do apologize. Oh, they're sniffing nose apparently. Grenade Boy's gonna have to get out of there really quickly. Yep. And they're gonna lose the central node. And with these Wraith Lords in here, and the suppression team, which still is firing through a wall, upward ground. Relic, please fix it. Fix it. Just fix it. Warboss fighting Warboss. Oh, one Warboss goes down, the other one may in fact go down. Oh no, he's gonna charge him all the way, but he will be suppressed as soon as he gets in there. Yep, and those Wraith Lords, if they position him right here, are gonna be just dandy. Nice bit of damage going down. Top of here, we need a little bit of action. Wraith Lord versus Wraith Lord. Warlock coming down here, and this could just turn into a slugfest. Actually, be much better if you actually use a melee attack. Yeah, that's just silly. He should have set his Wraith Lord to do a melee attack. With the Antark down here, this Wraith Lord has no chance. He knows it. He gets probably going to get out of there pretty quickly. Yep. And the bottom here, we go back to the ASMs moving in, running around, and the Wraith Lord's just tearing everything apart. Remember, they do friendly damage, so don't be fooled by it. They work like the Plasma Devastators for the Space Marines. They will hurt your own units. Speaking of Plasma Devastators, the ASMs really, the Space Marines really do need some at the moment. Oh, my sniffly nose is coming back. I do apologize. And here, a massive attack just flaunted back by one Wraith Lord. All these units just can't take that damage. It looks like the Antarch is coming down here. They're going to try and cap this power node and go around, and we'll see how that works out. There's going to be a lot of firepower coming down. He's not setting his Wraith Lord to attack the appropriate unit. He's trying to do melee attack on all of these units. Massive grenade hits going down. That Warlock is so lucky to still be alive. He needs to pull him back immediately, and he does, but I'm feeling it's maybe the bad retreat path, and he does die. Oh, shame. We do have a Nob Squad coming out. The Wraith Lord for the blue team will go down. There's no question about it now. Weird Boy as well, doing a little bit of AoE damage and taking it down. And there we go, mass retreat coming over. But to be honest, they've given another position on the bottom, so now it is 2 victory convoys for the blue and 1 for the red, reversing the scores for the first time in a while. So right now we're all moving up to tech level 3. And Stick Bomb is going down in a hidden location. It's a nice little place where you can hide stuff. It was worth a try, especially if you have nothing else to do and you're in full energy. Remember, full energy is not always a good thing to have. Devastators, Plasma Devs, but yeah, Antarch is just going to jump on top of them and go pew pew. Oh, by pew pew, I mean smack smack with a giant spear. Grenades coming out on top of them. Retreat, heal, and retreat and heal. That's exactly what he needs to do. Oh, and that guy went down. Such a shame. But to be honest, this Stricken Cannon is the hero, even though technically it's shooting at a wall. Grenades going down, stun grenades and all this, can't get through it. And now the red team, although, has taken the top, but this control point is devastatingly difficult to control. We do see the war boss coming in here, and with those knobs, where are the knobs? Knob Squad is over here, still in full health. Lulu really needs to get a Fire Prism out. Just the massive amount of infantry that's on the field. Fire Prisms with the AoE knockback is incredibly useful, backed up by some suppression, and goodness knows we have enough suppression teams. And they're going to be suppressed again. Here we go. Oh, the rocks being called down on all of that. Oh no, yes. Oh my goodness me, that was devastating. Absolutely devastating. And I'm surprised I don't see any comments on that, but there we go. And this is turning out to be such a great game. And look, we're at tech level 3, and look at the scores. Even though Red is considerably ahead, it's actually still a fairly close game, and the amount of detail we've seen and the unit control we've seen is incredible. The Gnomes using their special ability to be invulnerable. Oh, Wraith Guards finally able to, being forced to retreat, but with the triple suppression squads just coming in, there's nothing they can really do. You really need triple ASMs at that point, or Plasma Devs to reveal the location, or you can just throw giant grenades in them. That can also work from time to time. There you go. Moving up back to the top, we do have a nice little engagement. It looks like we have 3 Guardian squads. These might be the original Guardian squads. Yes, they are level 2, and a nice little grenade call. They can advance. Antar coming in, going to do a good amount of damage, and all those guys are maybe forced to have to get out of there. The Warp Spire is going to do some range damage running around. He needs to control these units better, split them apart, have some good units. One needs to go here, here, and here, just to spread them out. Oh, nice little grenades on the Banshees, forcing back, but a mass retreat has been called because those Guardians will not be able to deal with Antarch and Banshees. Remember that triple Guardian is effective in the beginning and gets less and less effective later on in the game. These knobs are going to have to get out of here pretty darn soon because they're just going to be swarmed. I think he realizes it, but yeah. Oh wow, that was an interesting use. Good use of ability actually. The war boss just moved in there, knocked everything back, allowing his units to retreat without taking too much melee damage. Yes, that was correct. And here we go. We do have a Landray Redeemer coming out for BAM. Definitely not a bad choice. It's going to be an intriguing choice. The blast ability might be very useful as there's so much swarming infantry here. Oh, those grenades could have been beautiful. They're going to get a couple of hits, but could have been very, very amusing to watch, if nothing else. Finally seeing some Gen Bastion down here with probably the second to most ineffective units ever. But there we go. You could do with what you can do. We do have an Avatar God of War coming out for Lulu. It's not always the best thing. Avatar War is very good at dealing with one big unit that's slow moving. Not so much with small little units that can run away. Interesting choice though. We do have a D cannon team, weapon team, and these things are just incredibly powerful. And I have not seen a warp ability or a black hole ability used in a very long time, because it's difficult to pull off. It really is just difficult to pull off at times. Here we go. Massive engagements. Triple guardians being buffed, and then moving in, forcing a retreat. There we go. Antark moving in, jumping, and jumped in the opposite direction. Oh, he might have done a sky jump to retreat it. I do apologize. Here we go, but we have all these sluggers, storm boys, and... oh, sorry, it's dual storm boys. And one Nob squad for Elk. On the bottom, on the right-hand side, we do see that red is just quickly... winning the battle ever so slightly. It's starting to be quite uneven. I really would like to see a little bit more of a comeback, and I apologize, I lost my camera view for a second there. And nice Wraith Guard setting up some defensive perimeters. And here we go, changing the the orientation of that team. Uses a grenade, uses a sprint to get out of there, needs to throw triple grenade on that team. There we go, 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 1, 2, 3. Doesn't quite kill it, but so much damage. And of course the retreat. And now with God of War up here, there should be no problem for the blue team to recapture this control point. There's just not enough stuff to do. And that Warlord, so the God of War should be able to take out that Wraith Lord pretty quickly. Yes, the D-cannon team has been set up, and there we go. One Wraith Guard going down, but that Warlord will not go down in time. He's just sacrificing it to also get his other units out there, or he knows he can't get away. One of the two. Using it to get as much damage as he possibly can. Yeah, but it should go down in the next couple of seconds. Right down here, we have the Land Ray Redeemer using its explosive ability on all of this stuff. Oh, wow. And the rock's being called down. He needs to get that Land Ray Redeemer out of there immediately. It can survive on full health, but it is designed to be an anti-vehicle. He does get it out of the central circle, so he will take less damage. Oh, the Assault Squad does get in there, but we need to... oh, and then we have an Eldritch Storm. No, sorry, that was a Black Hole team. Yes, that was a Black Hole being used correctly, devastating BAM's forces. He only has one Land Raider Redeemer, one ASM squad, and an Apothecary. But at this point, it may not matter. It just may not matter. Oh, nicely used there. Possibly getting a little bit too early with it. The Warlock does go down. Nob's being fully upgraded by the looks of it. But yes, if he engages on the stairs right now with the Guardian support, he should be fine. I'm wondering why he's pulling back. He may just wants to. He should have engaged on these stairs. And here we go. Yes, and using the big explosion ability. Yes, there we go. Calling Antark on all these units. Nice little grenade use there. Oh, those things can be devastating. Combination. Wraith Lord coming into the background, going to do a lot of damage to his own units if he's not careful. And that. Yeah, the Avatar position was broken by those Nobs. That's just devastating. The D-cannon team being perfectly placed there. No, sorry, that was a Fire Prism with the explosion shot type knockback gun. Knock all those Nobs over, continuously taking them damage. The Avatar of War is going to have to get out of there. There's just not too much he can do. He might be able to beat him, but at such heavy health costs that it would be difficult to deal with. The Antark is working on that Fire Prism. Fire Prism should back up at this point. He's just so close to the Nobs. And the Nobs are going to chase him down. They are quite a ways from the suppression teams. Oh no! Don't get in there too quickly. He does do a hit and then moves back, but he's... oh wow! The Nobs are retreating. Nice with the after God of War there. He may just be too much to deal with for the moment. Right here we have the Land Raider Redeemer coming up, but it desperately needs to be repaired. It looks like BAM actually specifically made a scout squad just for that purpose. But now it's still 2 for the red, 1 for the blue, and it looks like there's going to be extraordinary... oh, wow. And was that a double D-cannon setup? Yes, it is. And that just took a squad apart. And it is even for the team. The blue players really need to capture some of these points with this massive coming in. It's going to buy them some time, but to be honest, they really need to capture this point. Here, they do decap it and will have a triple cap. Remember, the triple cap can really change the course of battle. We do see 2 Avatars of War in the same location. They do regen health fairly slowly though. Warboss coming in. He's gonna be a challenge, but to be honest, 2 ultimate units, we'll see how that works out. With a Weirboard backup may be good. Using Fire Prism just to knock him back a little bit. That Warboss maybe knock back a couple of times just to get the Avatar of War out of there. And one more knock hit. Oh wow, it doesn't actually move him. That's surprising, but with all that firepower on the boss, he will be forced to retreat. And the red team is capping this red point, but to be honest, they are so far ahead, really need to get this. And doing a stealth cap on this. Oh, blue team, you needed to really look out for that. Oh, yeah, that's just such a shame. Calling it, looks like he's calling a Warp Storm or an Antok? No, it looks like something was cancelled. I wasn't quite sure. I do apologize. Oh, no, sorry. Black Hole was called right there. Would have better been used in a couple of seconds when all these knobs come in, just to delay them. If he does it right now, oh boy, this is going to be difficult. Remember, those decans are incredibly powerful. And on top here, we do see opposite positions just kind of moving in. We see 3 super units with double fire prisms coming up for Lulu. They may be able to make a comeback. They're actually fairly heavily entrenched, and this bottom position has been traditionally theirs. When I say traditionally, I mean it's been theirs for the majority of the match. Right now, the problem is this upper region is just not that well defended. If all of this moved out, it would easily be able to crush this. That's the problem. We do have 2 super units and a fire prison backup, so it may be more difficult to break through that line, just because of the amount of sheer unit knockback there will be. But here we go, Storm Boy's in the background, and there's just nothing they can really do, and this Land Rover Redeemer is still being repaired. It's being repaired for the last 5 minutes or so. This is very interesting. Red team is now taking a different strategy, going to go along the top. Gen bashing at this point, it's always good. I will never deny that, but it's going to be more difficult because, well, that. Double Fire Prism. Oh, get over there ability used by it, but just not quite in the right location. And by the way, if you have triple fire prisms in the same place, a single squad of units can never get to you. And I think the only units is the ASMs, but they'll be knocked back so many times, it's just incredible. And here, yeah, 3 fire prisms in the same place. This is what you call Eldar firepower. And 1, 2, 3, those knobs, he needs to back this up, because they will get a hit in, there's no doubt about it. And next knockback coming in. Nice. And Avatar of War gonna catch all those knobs. It looks like they were actually made invincible. Still gonna force a knockback, and that's actually not gonna work in the favor. Wow, he may get this guy down. He's really gonna have to retreat it. Calling the retreat, getting in there, oh wow, and the last little second hit from something, knock down the fire prism. That's a huge pickup, and really what they need to break this line up here, which has been going on. I do apologize for missing all that. Terminator has been called on the left hand side. We have 3 Avatars of War just dealing it. This has got to be an epic battle if you've ever seen. The invincibility has been used by BAM to make sure his Terminators do not go down and are able to decap that point. It's now 1-1-1. And the decan weapon team has been set up, but they really need to get these fire prisms down here. Weird Boy doing some good damage on these guys. We're calling him forcing a massive retreat, but 2 Avatars of War versus 1 plus all these other units. I just don't think the blue team's going to be able to hold on to this for much longer. He may actually be able to get this last Terminator squad if he gets in there. Oh, all these Banshees are going to be in a whirl of hurt. They are doing a good amount of damage. Oh, this decan does look like it's going to go down. Yes, it does go down to the Antar really does need to do a little hoppy move and does an explosion move onto that, try to get the God of War to get out of there, I suppose. Oh no, it's just a very, very long execution move. That's actually very negatively unuseful at the moment. But to be honest, blue team is just barely holding on. Looks like they're desperately trying to cap it. That Avatar of War has 82 health left, and they know it. It does go down. Oh, that is a huge loss. At the bottom here, these scouts are ninja capping. Oh, that's just gotta be devastating. They yeah, that should have been seen. They should have paid more attention to that. They really should have. Just firing any location around the area, putting a black hole there would have stopped that altogether. And now it looks like the red team's just going to be doing just fine. Going to get rid of both Avatars of War, and I believe that GG has just been called. The fire prism going down to that Weird Boy, and here we go. That's the end. Terminator's on the top. Yes, what a brilliant game. Very, very close, very dramatic, massive amounts of super units everywhere. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to like this. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.